As the tragic outbreak of the Horus Heresy had grown closer, it appeared that Perturabo, the Lord of Iron, Primarch of the Iron Warriors Legion, had become ever more bitter over the fact that his legion had often been used for grinding siege duties that resulted in little glory or recognition. Events eventually came to a head when leading his Iron Warriors on a campaign to cleanse the Rude Warrens in the Sakadra Deeps on the world of Gugun, a region that Perturabo saw as strategically useless. Nonetheless, he oversaw the purging of the Rude despite his legion's heavy casualties, as it was ordered by the War Council. At the climax of the campaign, as his fleet lay devastated by a rude temporal shockwave, Perturabo could only blame the Emperor's vanity for the damage done to his sons on this useless campaign. The Primarch then received news that his own homeworld Olympia had risen up in rebellion against the Imperium. Damicus, the tyrant of Locus and Perturabo's foster father, was dead, and in his absence, the politicking and bickering of the city-states had resumed. The Olympian demigods had brought the people together and risen in arms against the rule of the Emperor of mankind. The thought of being the only Primarch who could not control his own legion's homeworld appalled Perturabo. Perturabo and the 4th Legion returned to their homeworld. He demanded the Olympians themselves enact decimation, killing 1 in every 10 of their own, or face extermination and enslavement. Many refused, and Perturabo purged Olympia of its rebels city by city, overrunning the fortresses he had built and sparing no one. The Iron Warriors that refused to take part in the genocide suffered the same fate. By the time the massacre was over, 5 million Olympians had been killed and the rest put into slavery. While storming Locus's palace, Perturabo came across his old foster sister Caliphone and strangled her to death after a furious argument where she blamed the Primarch for what had befallen their world. As Olympia died, Perturabo looked on in cold silence. After the pyres were burning, the Iron Warriors realized what they had done. They were no more the saviors of the Imperium. They had been destroying the Rude one moment, and the next they were committing genocide on their own. With the cooling of Olympia's mass funeral pyres, Perturabo realized that nothing the Lord of Iron could ever do from that moment could ever atone for a worldwide genocide. His father would never forgive him for what he had done. Horus, on the other hand, commended Perturabo for his decisive action, and the Lord of Iron swore an oath of loyalty to the War Master. It was at this time that disturbing news of the outbreak of the Horus Heresy on the world of Estevan III reached Olympia, and new orders for the Iron Warriors came from Terra. Leman Russ and the Space Wolves had attacked Magnus the Red and his 1,000 Sons Legion on their homeworld of Prospero at the direction of the Emperor and as a result of the deceit of Horus. Horus had turned traitor with his 16th Legion, the Sons of Horus, alongside some other allied legions such as the Death Guard, the Emperor's Children, and the World Eaters. The whole of the Imperium was on the brink of an outright civil war. The new orders from the Emperor ordered the Iron Warriors to join with other 6 loyalist Space Marine legions to face Horus and his traitor legions on the world of Estevan V. During the battle that followed, the Iron Warriors, the Night Lords, the Word Bearers, and the Alpha Legion all went over to the side of Horus and almost completely destroyed the 3 remaining loyalist legions of the Imperial Assault Force, the Iron Hands, the Salamanders, and the Raven Guard at the infamous Drop Site Massacre. Horus made the most of the opportunity by presenting Perturabo with Ferrus Manus' Warhammer Forge Breaker, the gift symbolic for a signing of a pact between them. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this, hit that like button, leave a comment for the algorithm, and subscribe to stay tuned for more.